Hey Internet, my name is Rhea. I have 3 adorable kids, a very loving and supportive husband, and a dog named Harley that I am unabashedly obsessed with. Look at her. Over the last few years, I really lost my spark. My motivation to keep my house in order kind of disappeared, and it all started to feel just really overwhelming. But with the help of a supportive family and a really good therapist, I've been able to start getting back to the things that bring me joy. So now I get to start making my home feel like my home again. I'm finding me again. I like to have a clean home. I like to organize. I love to be silly, and I love to bring joy to others. So here I am, starting this journey with all of you. As an introvert with anxiety, I feel a little bit crazy putting myself out there, but if I can help just one person feel seen and feel like maybe they too can get things together, then it's all worth it. We all lose our spark sometimes, and I'm here to tell you that it can be found again. So sit back, hang out with me, grab a beverage of your choice, and let's hang out. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope we can be friends. Let's go. Hey everyone, it's Rhea. It's Tuesday morning, and we are going to do a reset. I've dropped my kids off at school, I've had some breakfast, and I need to get caught up from the weekend. Normally I would do this all on Monday, but yesterday was just really busy, so we're going to do a little extra catch-up today. I have 2 boys, so I have some disgusting toilets that need to be managed, and I need to finish up the laundry. So hope you want to come along with me, and I hope we can be friends. We are starting off strong by making the bed. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love a made bed. It makes the room feel so much cleaner and more restful. Even if there's 1,000 laundry baskets around, if the bed is made, I feel so much better. And even if I haven't made my bed all day, I can't sleep in it if it hasn't been made. So I will make my bed right before I get in it to go to sleep. Is that weird? Now that I say it, I feel like that's weird. But maybe I'm not alone. We're on to laundry. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of laundry happening today. So much laundry, but it feels so good when it's done. I went into my boys' room just to see if they had any stray laundry I could throw in because I was working on laundry, and I kind of went down a rabbit hole. I have ADHD, so it's not a hard thing for me to do, but their room was a lot less organized than I would have liked it to be. I try to give them their own space, but I just couldn't today. So here we are, cleaning it up a little bit. His sheet was all the way at the bottom. Full disclosure, I did remake my other son's bed too. Although he did do a pretty good job. And now we're on to bathrooms. I really like to use a vinegar water spray for most things. And then I kind of switch up other cleaners and like scrubbers and things like that, depending on how dirty things are and how bored I am with what I've been using before. The only thing I haven't changed in a long time is the toilet bowl cleaner. I did try to use like a homemade one with essential oils for a while, and it wasn't giving. So I went back to the good old Lysol Blue Goo, and it does the trick, but I'm open to ideas for sure. No. I also was not planning on using the vinegar water on the glass, but I just kind of got in the groove, spraying the sink and sprayed the mirror. It worked out though. Ooh, she clean. There's the munchkin, Miss Alice. She is such a good helper and she loves to get involved, and I don't want to crush her spirit, so I try to smash down the control freak in me and let her contribute and help so that she doesn't have like negative associations around cleaning. But she does do a good job and she seems to really enjoy it, and my boys will help too when they're home. So I mean, I guess it's healthy to let them help, right? It is. Of course it is. It's healthy to let them help. Well, when it's bathroom cleaning day, it's also wash the towels day. So I'm going to wash all the towels, which does create more laundry for me to do, but it's always nice to get it done. And it's a good reminder to just clean the towels when you clean the bathroom every week. Unless you don't clean the bathroom every week, then you'll just have to figure something else out. I don't think I understood what a gross toilet was until I had children. And I worked at Chuck E. Cheese for a while, but you got to stay on top of it, especially with those boys. Bless their sweethearts, but it's gross. Also, that brown line on the door, I acknowledge it is distracting and will be addressed.
Yeah.
It's just the door.
In here?
No, don't spray in there. I'm not gross, it's just the door. They did a bad job painting it.
No way.
Not only do my towels get washed every week now, I also change out my razor every week. I feel like maybe that's too many times in a month, but I don't remember the etiquette around razors. I should probably Google it. One thing I did run into is I didn't notice the blade cap was missing on this one, and so I had a moment of confusion when I went to switch them out, but as you see, I do figure it out. See, I'm a problem solver. I also grab all the hair that's on the wall in the shower. I don't know if you noticed, but I have a lot of hair and I don't want it to go all down the drain and make it gross and not do its job of draining. So when I'm washing my hair, I will put the hair on the wall. Is that gross? Is that like too much information? I'm just trying to be open and honest. It's what I do, and maybe others do it just like me. And I've made you feel better because now you know you're not alone. So you're welcome. Okay, how cute is that little kid helping at the shower? She's such a good helper. This shower has a lot of white grout, and so I really am trying to stay on top of it. This is one of the only times I ever clean with bleach, and this is the only stuff that I could find that keeps the grout like staying white. Once it starts to kind of turn orangey, or there are some black spots, I spray this with it and it does the trick. So I am really glad that it exists, and it does a good job, but it does smell really bad. So I usually get Alice out of the room before I spray it and then turn the fan on. And if the weather's good, I do crack the window because it is strong.
I did.
That's another toilet down, and now we get to gather up the towels. There's another one downstairs, and I will grab that when I'm cleaning the bathroom, but I'm going to get these ones in the washing machine so that they're all ready. Alice loves her pink bunny towel, so on towel wash day, I try to make sure I get through that so that she has her towel for bath time that night, because she's already tired, and I don't want to make it harder for her. I get it. I get tired too. So we're going to get that bunny clean and get it hanging in the bathroom. It's the last thing I do. It might be the last thing I do. Who knows? Sometimes cleaning days are hard. Last bathroom. I wish that I could clean a bathroom as quickly as I've cut it down to make it look like I cleaned this bathroom. But here we are, last bathroom, home stretch for the bathrooms. There's still a lot of laundry and stuff to do, but the bathrooms are done. I can check it off my list and I don't even have to think about it ever again until the next time it's bathroom cleaning day. I'm not going to clean the floors today. I keep them vacuumed, but I don't mop as often. If you want to come along with me on a mopping excursion, let me know. But today's not a mopping day, so it's not recorded. but I'm happy to if you want to. Mopping can be really fun. Here it occurs to me that I have not wiped out the soap dispenser recently, and I like to do that on towel day because I have a towel right there and it's soap. So even if I use kind of a gross towel, it's not a big deal because I'm just going to put soap back in it. So it helps keep it from like being super gross, and I feel like the washer will keep working longer that way. I'm sure that's a thing. I'm sure it's very scientific. We're on to vacuuming. See, I do clean my floors a little bit. Just, I don't mop that often. We've been in our house, gosh, almost 4 years, maybe more than 4 years. I can't remember. And we don't normally stay in one place more than 3 years at a time, but it seems like we're going to be here a while. Hey, Harley. So I've just kind of kept things really plain, and we've sort of just made use of the stuff that Connor and I got when we were married like 14 years ago. Like our nightstands we got at the DI a couple months after we got married, and like I just don't have a lot on the walls. So with like my rekindling of, you know, being a functional human being, I've been like making plans on what I'm going to do in each room and kind of trying to hone in on like what's going to work for us and what makes us feel happy. So I'm really excited to start digging into that and just making our home like our home and not this place that we're staying for a little bit and then moving on. So it's been really fun to like light that fire and come up with ideas and actually start doing them. So over the next little while, however long I do this, you guys will get to come along for the ride. I've got some big plans for my kids' rooms, for our bedroom, which is very plain, and basically every room in the house. So it's going to be really, really fun. Is Harley. I adore her. We got her when I was 5 months pregnant with my oldest, and he's 9. She is 10, and she's so fun. She likes to make games out of most things, and she has a lot of health problems, so every day is a treasure with her. But oh my gosh, that dog. I absolutely adore her. There's that dog. She loves to be like equidistant from where everybody is. She's so funny. But we've had lunch. Alice is watching a show, and now we're going to get on with getting the dishes unloaded. I usually open the dishwasher when I get up in the morning when we're getting breakfast and everything so that everything can be dry. And then later on in the day, we get it all unloaded. I like to have everything in the dishwasher before I make dinner, before we have dinner, so that I can just throw everything in there, turn it on, and hopefully there's nothing that doesn't fit in the dishwasher so that I can just peace out after dinner. Sometimes it's a win. Sometimes you have to wash something, but oh well. Here's a good example of me going down a rabbit hole and just trying to put the crock pot away and then seeing a couple other things to do and then refilling containers and just getting completely sidetracked from unloading the dishwasher. I mean, it's a good thing to get these things done, but I kind of go off course and sometimes I forget to finish what I started, which I'm working on. It's a process and I don't think is inherently a bad thing. But sometimes if I'm trying to get a task done, it can be frustrating when I finish something else because I got sidetracked and then I turn around and I'm like, oh, dang it. I still have to go do this other thing. So also almost knocked over the camera there. Whoopsies. Those are cabinet liners, and that's a project for another day. But now we're gonna wipe out the dishwasher. I think that dishwashers get really, really gross, and I think that it is funny that their sole job is to clean stuff, and they get so gross. The same thing with the washing machine, but I get it. The water sits in there in crevices, which is a gross word. That's the word that came to my brain. So I've tried to be really good about wiping it out and getting all the gross off, because even just doing it once a week, it's still gross. And I'm going to show you that it's still gross. It might not, the camera doesn't pick it up, but I promise you it was gross. These are garbage disposal pellets. You do run the garbage disposal, but you don't hear it in the video because it would be obnoxious. But you run the water a little bit and then you run the disposal and it cleans it, I think. I don't know. I've never climbed in there, so I'm assuming that it's clean. It's not stinky. It smells nice afterwards. So I'm gonna just trust that I'm not wasting my money. Now it's time to make the kitchen messy again. How satisfying was that though? once the counters were all clean. Oof. I normally will do crock pot meals on cleaning everything day, but I had this chicken that I was going to make, and it was exactly the size I needed it to be, and I'm psychic and a genius and amazing. There's Mr. Callum. Love that kid. My potatoes were sprouted, but it wasn't that bad, so I just picked them out. But we're going to finish up all the frozen Thanksgiving food from last year and have it with this roasted chicken. And it's going to turn out amazing. But I've got to get everything clean and going. It's, the typical things. Potatoes, carrots, onion, lemon, herbs, like rosemary and stuff. I think some thyme and butter. Was it butter? It might not have been butter. I think it was actually oil. But either way, it smells amazing, tastes amazing, food is wonderful, and everybody should eat it. Before we get that chicken in the oven, we do need to switch over the laundry because I made a promise to Alice that pink bunny towel would be clean by bath time, and it is. Look, you see it peeking out there? We did it. We got the towels clean, and we're down to our last load of stuff, just some blankets, and I don't care if those get folded today or not, so I call it a win. I'm just getting the last little bit sorted. The chicken is coming to room temperature. It was cold from the refrigerator, and I'm just letting it sit for 30 minutes to come to room temperature. Don't worry. I worked in food service. It'll be okay. And now I'm sorting the socks. I hate when we have lonely socks, is what I call them, when I don't have a match, but it's inevitable. It's just the life of being a human being that wears socks. It's finally time to put dinner together and cook it. And I also finally pulled my hair back. Was that driving anybody else crazy? I shoot myself in the foot all the time. It was a fresh curl day. I didn't want to crease it with a hair tie, but it is what it is. It's pulled back now because I wised up. But now we're just throwing everything together. I'll link the recipe in the comments or the description box or whatever it's called, whatever the cool YouTubers call it. I'm just a person that decided to start recording herself just to keep things interesting, I guess. And yeah, there's the butter. I did use butter. Once I put my apron on, Alice almost always wants to wear one too. My mother-in-law made this one for me before any of my children existed. So I've had this for a long time and it's fun to share it with her. But now we're going to get the chicken ready, which is always slightly awkward. I think that chicken can be a really good source of lean protein, and so I try to include it in our diet pretty regularly. It's really just the only meat that we eat on a regular basis. But I do feel like bad for the chicken. I'm that person. Maybe I should be a vegetarian, but I'm not. Oh well, my sister is, so. And I've got my recipe there. I am a very visual person. Like, I can't read ebooks because I will remember where something is, like specifically on a page, but ebooks are hard for me. So just looking at the computer is difficult for me to use as like a reference for a recipe. And also, I don't follow recipes very well either. I will always do something that is not in the recipe, usually intentionally too, because you've got to make it work with what you have or what you know you're going to like. And once you've made one thing, if you make something similar, you can always just kind of veer from the directions. And it might sound like a waste of paper, but if it's a recipe that we ended up really liking, I do put it up on the shelf. Like it's supposed to go in a binder, but it always ends up just next to a binder. And if we don't like it, I give it to the kids and they color on the back. So either way, the paper doesn't go to waste. I guess the ink does, but oh well. And now we're back to laundry. I'm going to fold these towels, and there's Connor. We will have a folding party with my kids. I'm so tired of folding all the laundry, and Connor can't always help. So I just decided one day, you know what? Look at them. Everybody's going to fold their own laundry, and we'll just sit together and I'll help where it's needed. But I didn't record that today. They were crazy, and the camera makes them more crazy. So we don't include that today, but we're kind of just coming to the tail end of things. We're going to get the towels put away, finish up dinner, and kind of just chill and be together as a family. My kids are hilarious, and I love them so much. And you might think, where's Mr. Callum? And don't worry, he shows up later, and you'll see what he's been working on. That's it. The chicken's just going to cook for a little bit longer. We'll pull it out. We'll have dinner. We folded laundry. It's been a good day. Busy, but good. But thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon. Well, not see you, but comment so I know you were here. Bye.